Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the GZX Gaming channel. Today we have a bit of a different video. We have a league race, and as you'll hear in a minute,
get out there as fast as we possibly can so that we don't get caught up in the rain, because the rain just makes you slow, and in qualifying that is not going to be good.
As you can see, we had our first race at Australia, and as I just said, we have rain incoming within the next 10 minutes. That's what it said on the radar. And so now we have to get out there as fast as we possibly can so that the rain does not affect our lap. And then hopefully just don't invalidate the lap. That was my main focus. Make sure we try and get a good grid position. Maybe get a second lap in. And that's what I was thinking at this point. And yeah, there are a lot of people commenting that you can hear that other voice. You guys can hear there's all the comments down below. I really liked interacting with you all. Hopefully we can do it soon again. Actually, we will be. We're doing it on Thursday. Another one for China. That's going to be the second race of the season. And then after that, we have a break till like the 7th of January, which we go to Britain. So hopefully we can do well in this race and in China. And then we can see what's going on. I'm busy having a little bit of fun with the people in the comments. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do my lap properly, and we'll see what happens.
I don't know how fast these oaks are. I'm just going to hold up the guys
I can hear the women speaking as well.
Really?
So now coming across onto our lap, I'm going to show you the full thing. Going into turn 1, all I was thinking about is trying not to invalidate. As you can see, we don't really maximize the track on the entry or the exit. It wasn't really a great thing. I think we could have gained about a tenth or two just on that specific corner. Through here, I'm not sure. I could have probably gone a little bit better through the left-hander. This corner is flat out. There's not really much time to gain or lose. There's a lot of time to lose, not a lot of time to gain. Through there we still weren't as committed, although on the exit we did indeed have a good exit. It was a little bit scary at the time because I wasn't sure exactly how to do this, because it was basically a one-shot quali. The next two corners weren't that great either. Now coming onto the chicane, it's like a death chicane type of thing. I hate this chicane. But doing it not that great as well, losing even more time. I think I could have done maybe 5 tenths quicker, 6 tenths quicker, which was actually enough for pole. But now we come across the final corner and up to the line. Actually, the exit of the final corner is actually pretty good. But coming up to the line, we go P5. And now just coming into turn 1, you can start seeing the first few raindrops, and that is going to be our qualifying finished, as there was no real opportunities later. And yeah, that was basically it. We came P5. We waited out on track for a while. Nothing happened. So now, in the end, we ended up coming P5, and now it is time for the race. The formation lap, we start P4 for some reason. I think Jamie H, I think. Jamie H is probably the right one. But, yeah, he starts P5, and we'll see how we do after the formation lap. And now coming on to the end of the formation lap, let's see what we do at the start of ALR Season 5. Let's see what we can do. And now we have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for the start of Season 5. And Reno King has actually got an absolutely amazing start. We break pretty late, but Reno King actually runs onto the grass. We do give the place back to Cablo, and I do go defensive into turn 3 because I wasn't sure if anyone's going to go for a big boy dive bomb. And now turn 4, we are okay. And now just I actually say about now that I actually got a really good start. I'm normally not one to gain positions on the start. I'm normally a bit too cautious, but we stay in P4, which I thought was a good start at the time. Wasn't a bad start, and Cablo actually goes wide, but I actually don't really want to overtake him, and so I put in Leon just to see. But now I realise that I'm going to be attacked by Jamie behind, and so I need to use a bit of overtake, and I do get a little bit of oversteer, which is going to help him. But luckily, it's not that easy to overtake around Australia, and so we do well on our first lap. We keep our position, and now it's time to move forward in the race. And I think this is when we should be moving forward within lap 2 and the end. Lap 1, rather just try and keep your position. After lap 1, that's when you move forward. And now we are going to try and put Cablo under as much attack as we possibly can. Getting a pretty good exit off turn 2, still not enough. I'm trying to save as much ERS as possible for later in the race. And so just trying to make sure that we stay. But then we do get a massive amount of oversteer going off the track, and Jamie H takes the position. And now we can't be making those mistakes in a league race. We've got to be as careful as we possibly can and make sure that we race as hard as we can. And now coming on to lap 3, we make another big mistake, and now Reno King is catching up with us. He's alongside us. We have to go very defensive into the chicane type of thing, although we do fend him off. It does come at a cost of losing a lot of time to Jamie H, who has set the fastest lap. He's now out of DRS zone, which isn't great. But now, coming on to lap 4, there is... Oh no, yeah, we have gotten the DRS of Jamie H. And so, now let's see what we can do. I think someone went into the pits. Yes, Cablo went into the pits, and that's when we get our first warning. So Cablo went into the pits, which promotes us back up into B4. And there is a safety car, which is exactly what we needed right now. Because the hards can go to the end from like lap 9, all in normal racing, or lap 7 is a bit of a push if you want to be able to make sure that your tires are still good. But lap 5, your tires might hit the cliff at the end. But because there's a safety car, I realized we may as well pit and see what we can do till the end. Our tire wear is just going to get worse and worse and worse, and there's no better time to pit than during the safety car. So now coming into the pits, I see Jamie H actually didn't pit. He's hoping to go a few extra laps and get the track position instead. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. At the time I wasn't sure if that was a good idea, but I decided to go into the pits because I think the best thing is to do is pit under safety car. And we actually come out, I think, in P5 if I'm not mistaken. There we go, there's P5, and I think that is it, because MF, I think that's what he was called in the race, that him and Jamie H are both on soft, and they both are going to have to pit later on. But now the safety car comes in, and I actually have a little bit of a story on the radio.
To be fair, the time that I spun out under safety car on hard tyres that were too cold was the first race I ever won, and it's the only race I've won to date. Let's see what we can do without spinning.
And now trying to get the best exit we possibly can. Actually oversteer a little bit on entry and on exit, although the people behind us, Ice Demon behind us, he can't come close yet. He's still on the mediums, and I think he goes on to soft and sets the fastest lap of the race at the end. But MF and Chris T have both gotten penalties, 5-second time penalties. And I was chilling at this point. I was thinking, this is the best we can possibly do. They both have 5-second time penalties. But now I've realized, don't ever count those 5-second time penalties because they can be removed. But now, coming on to the next lap, lap 8, there's another safety car, lap 8. So now, all the people that didn't pit, are now pitting except for Jamie H. And Chris T has a penalty. So we are now in an excellent place to potentially get a podium in this race. And Jamie H was just a little bit too far away from the pits, so he actually goes into the pits the next lap. And now all that's left is Chris T ahead. And now we are in second place with both first and third having penalties. And now trying to get a good exit, but he slows us down, so I actually have to put on the brakes before we go. Although Reno King also has to put on the brakes because I put on the brakes. And so actually we left him for dead behind. And now all we have to do is try and catch up to Chris T. But there is an incident in the last corner. I don't know who went off. But now all I was focusing on was trying as hard as I can to get onto the back of Chris T. And so we are staying within the 1 second window, so we should be able to get DRS. And at the time I wasn't really pushing too hard, just making sure I stay with him to maybe even till the end of the race, so that on penalties we could win. Although if I did that with hindsight, I may have lost a lot of points in this race. But now we do have the DRS, and Reno King is absolutely on the back of us, so we are using as much overtake as we possibly can. Going into turn 1, we brake averagely, and Chris T just gets caught up on the curb. It's a very hard curve, you have to get off it quite quickly. And so we just go past him, turning defense into attack, into P1, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the race. But for now, it's P1, pure elation. That was the feeling at the time, as I'm not sure who sets the fast lap. I think it's Jack Cabo. I'm not sure what his name is. And now, coming on to lap 15, we have just broken the DRS of Chris T, so confirming that we do have the pace over the people behind us, except for maybe Reno King, who I think was a little bit stuck behind Chris T in this earlier stages. And now coming on to lap 19, everyone behind has 8 second time penalty, so those 3 seconds won't be removed. So I have an even bigger cushion. And I just go a little bit wide and I get my own 3 second time penalties. Now we're all on 3 second time penalties. And there are 10 laps left. I shouldn't be getting another penalty. We're 4 seconds ahead. At this point, I actually turned down the gas and started going a little bit slower, trying to see what we could do, try and just win the race. I'm being more like Alan Prost than Ayrton Senna. Ayrton Senna always used to try and win as much as he possibly can. Alan Prost realized winning is winning, no matter how many seconds behind you are. And so obviously I'm going to try and pull a gap in case I get another penalty, but just trying to make sure that we win, and that's all that matters. And now coming on to the last lap, we have got like 70% tire wear, and I'm pretty sure the guys behind also have like 70% tire wear. Our first league race ends in tears for some people, but for us it ends in pure elation as we come home to win the Australian Grand Prix. We now lead by 8 points in the championship. As you can hear, I was very happy with that. It's my second ever league race win, and it was a very, very, very satisfying one. Coming from P4 on the grid, and just going all the way to first, making use of the pit stops, and then when we get to the lead, we just have the pace. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Go down below, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one on Thursday. Don't forget to watch the stream, 8 PM UK time.